Hello everyone, welcome to Halo Moon Tarot. This is your weekly reading for Sagittarius. What does Sagittarius need to know? Clarity for Sagittarius. Yeah, someone's feeling rather content the way things are, but this is also someone who's keeping all their feelings to themselves. Yeah, so we have an Emperor here. And we have the Knight of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, the Eight of Wands, and the Star. Yeah. We have a person who, it is a feeling of hope, but also has to do with someone who, they're assessing this. This is someone looking at this. This didn't serve, because it's someone who acted like they were content the way things are. And it didn't serve them. But what's interesting, they're assessing it. This is someone who didn't expect. See, something here didn't turn out as expected. Yeah, but it's also someone who doesn't expect to feel the way they did either. Because we have a spark of desire. This is a Seven of Wands, or Eight of Wands and Ace of Wands, which is the Nine of Wands. So someone has a bit of regret here. So someone maybe felt a little overwhelmed. But there was a spark, there was desire, but this is somebody, the path they were on as well. See, now they're looking at this. They're looking at the details of this situation. So it's sort of a reassessment, but it didn't serve them. But again, things didn't turn out the way they expected. Someone who doesn't expect to feel that way as well, yeah, because you can see what's happened is somebody ended up walking away. It wasn't emotionally fulfilling, see, because they kept all their feelings to themselves. They kept it all in. See, they were acting like they were content, I'm good, but they weren't. There was interest. They were invested emotionally, and there was interest and desire. But why did they behave this way? This is someone who should have followed their heart. Yeah, you can see there's regret. Well, it's not as much regret as they were guarded. They were feeling defensive, But it is, again, you can see walking away. It wasn't emotionally filling. Somebody walked away. They felt, well, I guess they're just not interested, and that's how the other person's feeling because they're assessing it. This is someone who wanted, it's all about going on a date. This is someone who is behaving a little fickle too. Because it is an energy of, romance here. It's an energy of, feeling romantic, but they acted like they were content the way things were. They were emotionally invested. So now we have the King of Wands. So this is a person who generally, if they want something, they usually go for it. And I do see this energy of patience. This is somebody who was kind of hoping doing this would pay off, but it didn't. Things didn't turn out as expected. Somebody walked away because it wasn't emotionally fulfilling. And it's interesting because now it's what this person was looking for. This is an interesting read. Yeah, this is a person who's taken a break, a little time out. See, they were pinned down by their thoughts. I'm going to tell you what it is. It's like, what was I thinking? But it's because of what they were feeling. Maybe a little overwhelmed, with desire because they're focused on the wand, but they didn't get what they wanted. Tell me about the King of Wands. Yeah, see, there was interest and curiosity. See, now this person, and I do feel it has to do possibly with the other person, just curious. They were actually interested. But now it's what's interesting is after this time out, they're kind of like, what the heck was I thinking, right? Because it's how I feel how they were behaving, but there's been a little time out. Now this person's curious. Now they want to know everything. Yeah. And it is romantic feelings. It's somebody here who needs to follow their heart. Because they didn't get what they wanted. See, it didn't turn out the way they expected. I feel they expected a different for things to be different, but it didn't work because someone walked away. It wasn't emotionally fulfilling. And so it's sad here, but yeah, there was opportunity. It's someone who knows a good thing when they see it. Now, we know the King of Wands is someone who generally they want something, they usually go for it. But I don't know if this is someone who just needed a time out here. Time out to think. They're pinned down by their thoughts, kind of laying there at night, kind of romanticizing. But it's someone who needs to learn to follow their heart. See, this is someone who may have made a bad decision. Now, it is a healing. But it is about someone who should have stepped up to the plate when I feel they had the opportunity. But see, what's happened is nobody really got what they wanted here. Yeah. Because it's somebody who's kind of got their arms crossed kind of thing. And they're kind of like, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Right? I'm good right the way where I am. I'm content. I have everything I need. I'm not giving you anything. It's kind of closed off energy. But there was a reason for it. It has to do with being a little overwhelmed. Tell me about the Seven of Cups. Yeah, this is an energy of someone who was unable to make a decision. See, and I do feel as they weren't kind of seeing what they were projecting. Yeah, someone who doesn't see what they're projecting. But I can see this person too. Now they're curious. They want to know everything. And I feel that has to do with the other person too. Feeling that way, but they chose to walk away. They felt this is somebody, it didn't turn out the way expected. But what's so interesting is this person now, there's been a time out. It's how they actually felt. They didn't expect to feel that way. This is a person who needs a little time to go within. See, it's having to make a decision to move forward, unable to move forward. But I feel it's somebody kind of going like, what the heck was I thinking? Well, they were overwhelmed. This is someone who usually moves very quickly, but they were unable to move forward. Why is the Eight of Wands there? Why is it there? Yeah, we have the Empress. The Empress could have multiple opportunities, but this is just things moving quickly, gaining momentum. And somebody who's taking the blindfold off to see. They're going to learn something. I think it has to do with self, what somebody was projecting. Tell me about the Page of Swords. Yeah, Hierophant. See, somebody here learning. Sometimes learning the hard way. But this is somebody here kind of hoping, praying. Yeah, see, it's about loyalty and faith. But it's how they were conducting themselves, and that's what I feel. They made a bad decision. But at the time, it probably felt right. But there's something being learned from this. Tell me, because it is a bad decision. It is an energy of releasing. This is someone I feel who probably needed a time out to heal, to release all this. See, it's like holding it all in. They're holding it all in. And they're holding it in and holding it in. You see, so it is about release and shedding it. I feel it's an energy. It is what it is, right? It just is what it is. Just release it and let it go. But this is how this person was feeling. Full of love and emotion. Now we have the Empress, which often shows someone who's open to new. And this person could have multiple opportunities. But I don't think any decision's been made yet. This, I feel, connects with the person up here. The King of Wands energy. See, it's about asking someone on a date. This was an opportunity, and I don't think they took it because they kept it all in. The other person's open for a date. They're open. They're available. Someone here is now seeing what they didn't see before because they've learned. It's sometimes learning the hard way, but it is an energy of someone who felt they were doing the right thing at the right time, but how they were feeling was keeping it all in. See, all this feeling and emotion. Their cup was full of emotion. So this is an energy of kind of a little bit of a wake-up call too. See, it's heeding the call, taking opportunities that are presented. But the King of Cups is definitely all in their feels. And I mean, this could be the feminine having a choice between two and hasn't made a decision. Because this is about walking away. It wasn't emotionally fulfilling, but it's what someone's looking for. Yeah, this is what somebody was looking for, you know, or just, but it is what it is. This is the feminine going, I guess it just isn't meant to be. They're not interested, but they were interested. Or the masculine may have felt that way, but they were interested. So I don't know what happened here. Tell me about this Two of Swords. Yeah, see, there's desire and attraction. See, there was desire. The spark, the flames burning brightly here. It all has to do with making a choice, choosing the one. But the Lovers is desire, attraction. There was definitely a lot of attraction. And I feel this is somebody learning now. This is someone who's actually very attractive. And I do see there's forgiveness here. There's some sort of forgiveness. I can feel it. I mean, this is just, it's all about it is what it is, right? Just let it go. This is someone seeing this is something was understandable. So it could have been a misunderstanding. I mean, I feel like almost like there was body language or some kind of signal here, but it's all about something that was understanding. But at that time, this is someone who had to walk away, decided to walk away. Yeah. See, this is a person just basically living their life. I do see there may have been other people around as well here, but this is the Three of Cups. This has to do with an opportunity. See, this is someone who should have took the opportunity that was presented. Because opportunities like this don't come along every day. But the Empress is definitely someone who's let this go. It's understandable. Sometimes people aren't interested. And there may have been, the masculine may have had choices here, but I wouldn't be surprised the feminine's got multiple choices. But it is an energy of being a little bit overwhelmed, and that's what I feel it's understandable. Because there is a desire and attraction, but I feel this is someone learning the feminine's actually very attractive. Look at that. You have someone putting on the brakes, but this is someone trying to control their emotions. I feel someone walked away because they were losing control of their emotions. This is somebody upset here, definitely, but putting on the brakes and taking another look. This is someone who should have took the lead. They should have took the opportunity that was presented. But I gotta tell you, the feminine's like it's understandable. They understand. But it's where things just didn't turn out as expected, you know. Yeah, see, this is a person going, aha, seeing the truth. There's enlightenment, see, learning. Something's being learned, a truth. Now we've got, and now it's interesting because, like I say, it's now the masculine who's very curious. There's a lot to know. This is a beautiful Empress energy. But it is to do with some sort of opportunity. Now, there could have been other people around. Tell me about the Hierophant. This is structure, lifestyle, the way someone conducts themselves, but it's an energy of faith, loyalty, just not being on the same page. But I'm wondering about these people here. Yeah. See, this is somebody who's sad. There's regret. Like I say, I could see it already. Feeling regret and sad, like there's not a lot of hope. But this is that energy of this could have definitely turned out different. This is someone who I feel has been sad, and maybe for some time. So this is where this person had the opportunity to ask someone out and they didn't take it. But this is how they were feeling inside. Okay? Now this is someone who's now got themselves things under control, their emotions. The Empress isn't ruled by their emotion. This person was being ruled by their emotion at that time. So now we have taking a little pause, seeing things completely different. Aha. After a little break, right? Looking at this different. And I do think it is the feminine was very attracted to this person. See, they think they're not interested. But here's the other thing that's interesting. It didn't turn out as expected because this person didn't expect to feel this way. Look at that, this whole new cycle. See, this is beautiful, really, because I feel the timing wasn't right. There may have been a lot of people around. I definitely feel the Empress has other opportunities coming in, but I don't feel this is someone who's made any decision not moving forward, right? But it is about seeing things in a favorable light. See, this is another opportunity. This is some time, more than likely it was bad timing because of bad decision, but there's a windfall of abundance. See, this is an energy of the abundance. This is the energy of feeling lucky, feeling positive. So there has been a time out in the healing, but this is about someone stepping up to the plate when they had the opportunity. This feminine hasn't gone anywhere. And even if they have other opportunities, they haven't moved. Yes, this person is stable. But you know what this person's looking for? A partner. Someone who's stable, that can be relied on. Someone who steps up to the plate. They want a partner. This is someone who will pull their weight. I mean, it's an Empress. A person who keeps their life very balanced. But it is about seeing things in a very favorable light. They see this person this way. It's understandable. They understand. It's the Empress. The Empress can be forgiving because I do see this energy of possible forgiveness here. It's kind of, I mean, this is someone pinned down by their thoughts. And I'm going to tell you, it's like, what was I thinking? Maybe even a little embarrassed after, but it's just saying to release it, let it go. I think this is someone who hadn't let go of something, and they needed to heal, and they needed to get out of their head. They needed a little bit of time. But this is somebody, how they were feeling. Yeah. So let's have a look at the Three of Cups. It's a very masculine, very macho energy. This is not somebody who wears their heart on their sleeve. Tell me about the King of Cups. Yeah, it's an energy of someone single. This is someone who is aware. This is someone single. This is there's independence. See, there's desire. Someone who looks out for themselves. They're independent. They take care of themselves. See, there was such an attraction. But now I feel what they're looking at. See, feeling sad that they've likely lost interest. So there could be an awareness of other opportunities, but this is someone who hasn't moved forward. This person was frozen. They couldn't move forward, right? But now it's the feminine's energy, because it is always the energies between two people. But see, there's opportunity. It's someone who knows a good thing when they see it. And I'm going to tell you, there is going to be another opportunity for these two people. Okay? Even though this feminine has other opportunities, they haven't made a decision. In fact, they're in control of their emotions. They're not ruled by them. This person was. But it is a person who's single. See, it's all about, yeah, see, woulda, coulda, shoulda. Aw. You know, this stuff happens. I mean, but you can see the energy of someone missing a magical opportunity. It's somebody who maybe ignored someone, or they felt rejected. And this person may have felt this way too, because somebody walked away feeling like there wasn't a lot of hope, you know. I don't know if this person's feeling ashamed. I don't think there's anything to be ashamed of from what I feel here. I mean, it's just feeling sad. See, it's a what could have been. See, coulda, woulda, shoulda. What could have been here. I don't think this is over. I feel there's another opportunity for these two people. Tell me about the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, it has to do with strength and confidence. See, kindness, compassion, forgiveness. This is the feminine is very forgiving, but I also see this person. Now, I do see possible Leo, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Aries, Leo, Sag energies here. Some Gemini. Yeah. But yeah, it's a missed opportunity. This is someone who, and I do feel what this person was projecting. See, I feel they're becoming aware of what they were projecting, or they projected what someone else did onto the other person. I don't feel that strongly. I feel more it's what they were projecting, becoming self-aware. See, and I do think they have learned something. I do see I think this is someone who has pretty good morals and values, you know, but it is about shared values. And I feel, like I say, becoming more self-aware and being able, controlling those emotions. I think this is somebody who, I don't know, maybe it's the feminine who feels aware, but I'm going to tell you, nobody got what they wanted. I do think this is someone who's kind of drained, and I do feel this is a person who, they feel the other person's lost interest, but they're still interested. They haven't moved on. They're just kind of living their best life, doing their thing. Yeah, this person is also stable. They're just somebody who focuses on their work, their home. This is a person who's often gracious, very calm. But this isn't someone who's made a decision yet. Yeah, they are stable. They're just trying to keep their life in balance. They're just doing their best. Tell me about strength. Yeah, see, it's about reaching out, reciprocating. Someone didn't reciprocate to someone too, and the other person may have reached out. And the other person either maybe ignored. There's definitely a feeling of rejection. It's why someone walked away. And I don't know who walked away. And I mean, I feel like it's this person who walked away, but it may have been maybe even both people just walked away from the situation. I do think there was people around. This is often someone who's private. It's a person who sometimes acts like they're not interested, but it's because they want the other person to take the lead. Now, when I see the Hangman, this is often someone who looks at someone and then they look away. See, there was a spark there. And this is what someone is thinking about learning, seeing that there was a spark. This is a person not wanting to look at it. Nope, there's no way. I'm content the way things are. I'm not even looking at this. I wouldn't be surprised if someone didn't even look at a communication that was sent. So I don't know what was happening with this person at the time, whether it is related to the Empress energy, the Queen of Pentacles. And this person could be anyone. They're just stable. But I do see Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And I do see there was interest. They were interested. And this is what's being learned. It's an energy of someone who was trying to really hard to be patient, to stay in control of their emotions. And I think it's the masculine that walked away. They were, feeling really emotional. It has to do with love, yeah. Look at, we got the King of Swords now. Yeah, so it has to do with someone who needs to speak the truth. Someone should have told someone the truth. They should have told them, woulda, coulda, shoulda. And I do see this is someone who's kind of changing their focus. They haven't gone anywhere yet. But it has to do with someone making a choice. This path in love, and I do think the feminine has multiple choices. I mean, maybe they thought the other person did. I don't know. I don't know who's feeling rejected. I feel both people because no one ended up getting what they wanted. The cup wasn't filled. But this is about reciprocity, give and take. See, someone was feeling a little confident and bold, maybe reached out. This is someone come across as cold. But I'm going to tell you, there is that. I should have just told this person the truth. How I was feeling. There was love here, I feel, or just at least somebody who's really open to this. But I do feel it's about asking someone out, taking the opportunity that was presented. They didn't take it. That's why I feel regret. But it's what they were, and I feel it's someone becoming aware of what they were projecting. The King of Swords. Yeah, see, now they know the truth. This is someone who truly cared. They were waiting for someone to reciprocate, waiting for a conversation. I see there was other people involved here too. See, friends, family, people talking, sharing information about this. And this is what they've learned this. Yeah, interesting. Look at that. There's change. This isn't over yet. There's still opportunity here, but it has to come with truth and loyalty. This is often a person they know their worth and value. And this is somebody who, a lot of people respect this person. They're very desirable. People respect this person. What I'm seeing is the energies of a person going through here. What a person's going through. Basically, there's going to be an emperor here, but probably already are. It's just the energies. Now, for the feminine, though, I do see multiple opportunities and a decision to be made. I'm not so sure this person sees a future with one person here, but this isn't over yet because there's abundance. This is about a new opportunity, seeing truth in a situation. See, there's a lot been learned here. This person was a little skeptical, more than likely. Yeah, see all the kings, and see they're stable, planning, preparing. And I do think it's someone who didn't feel ready, and it's someone who's now grounded themselves. But look at these two people, the King and Queen of Pentacles. Now I wonder, and out of this energy too, readings are so hard when lots of energies and people show up. Because I do see all these people. Now this could be a couple. Maybe talking this person, giving them advice. This is the couple that work together. See, there's people sharing information here. They're sharing information back and forth. And maybe with this person, they're learning. But this is often someone skeptical. They come across as cold. But it is an energy of someone who should have told someone the truth. See, they weren't seeing something. Something they weren't seeing, they're now seeing. Yeah, look at seeing truth, seeing clarity. It's a very common energy. See, everybody processes their feelings different, and that's what I feel. This is someone who didn't have time to process something. It is an energy of missing an opportunity, but it's also an energy of that self-awareness is a big deal, and it's about seeing truth. They see clearly. So whatever this person's learned is making them happy. Is this a person reach out to someone and they didn't respond? They didn't want to look at it. I'm not even going to look at it. I wouldn't be surprised. But if they may have put on the brakes, they could be looking at that now, because there is clarity and the sun is shining. So yeah, it's all about putting in effort. Woulda, coulda, shoulda, put in more effort. This could be two people who had a date and they came across as cold. And maybe even the other person just felt rejected. I don't know what was bothering this person, but they were projecting something here. Now, I don't know if this is someone who's had someone take advantage of them, because this person's wise. This is someone who doesn't put themselves in a position to be taken advantage of. So it could be projecting that from someone else. Yeah, but I'm going to tell you, this person, things will go in their favor if they reach out to this person. But they need to put effort in the way they communicate. See, you're going to cross paths again. And that's where I can feel this isn't over yet. This is just some sadness. And it could be someone who wasn't over something. 8 of Wands, 9 of Wands. Somebody who wasn't over something. They hadn't completely healed. And like I say, a bad judgment decision. This is somebody getting a bit of a wake-up call too. See, heeding the call. So whatever it is they did, they more than likely, I would have to feel, they feel somewhat responsible for sure here. Yeah, but it's also someone teaching someone how they want to be treated. See, taming the beast, the masculine. So this person was dealing with someone who may have been trying to take advantage, because you can see this is someone who doesn't put themselves in the position to be taken advantage of because of the things they've experienced. That's how they were feeling. See, it's a situation that didn't go anywhere, but it's not over. There's change coming. I see this person wake up call too. They need lifestyle changes, habits, pattern changes. But it's also their belief system, how they perceive something to be. And it has to do with becoming aware and their own self-awareness. All that projecting, see, trying things different. They felt something was off. But now, like I say, after a period of time, this person calms down and looks at things differently. This is a person who makes decisions when they're calm, when they're clear, when their head's clear. This is someone who barely had a chance to clear their head. But I do think this is someone who took an opportunity and then it just didn't turn out the way that was hoped. And I still feel there's opportunity. Because this is about two people who are each other's type. This is someone who probably felt, well, they're not even my type. But it's an Empress. I feel the feminine here too is definitely someone who has taken their power back from someone too. And they are in control of their emotions. They're not being ruled by them. They're trying to be practical. They're also not putting themselves in a position to be taken advantage of. See, there's common energy here. These two people are actually each other's type. See, it's the mirroring and the manifesting. This isn't finished yet. This is someone gathering. See, it's all about pre-manifesting and preparing. So what I feel is these are two people who just weren't prepared when they crossed paths. Timing is off. But that King of Swords, like I say, this is somebody who has integrity. People trust this person. They have good morals. This is somebody who's generally reliable. And it's a person who focuses till they get things done, you know. But this is somebody who definitely has Emperor energy. It's just all these emotions, all these feelings. But there's the world, there's change. Change for the better, yeah? Someone who, see, it's a person, someone who takes pride in all the things they do, the goals and what they hope to achieve. This isn't over yet. This is a person just, they were not ready to feel the way that they're feeling. They didn't expect to feel this way. And they are still manifesting here. Planning, preparing, hoping for the best. See, this is someone at the time felt this isn't going anywhere. This just is not going to go anywhere. But see, taking a pause, looking at it different. So this person now feels that this could go somewhere. Because I do see two people who've achieved goals, what they've achieved. So this is two people who weren't ready. Now we have two people who are ready. Yeah. This is about couple, and I wouldn't be, like I say, there could be other people here. See, I do see people talking, sharing information, something being learned. But I do feel plans, preparations. And I do think these two people are going to come together. There is going to be another opportunity. See, people talking, collaborating, working together. But this is about two people, the things you have in common. So you've got, these are two people who actually have a lot in common. Their path in life has been somewhat similar. So it's not over yet. So someone who has everything they need to manifest their desire. But this is about pre-manifesting. And the King and Queen of Pentacles are prepare ahead. These two people were not ready at that time, even if they think they were. They are now. Yep, there it is. Resurgence of Love. The cup runneth over. I knew that was going to come. That's perfect. Beautiful. See, this is about signs and synchronicities as well. Because, and the reason why I'm saying that, I've been doing some readings about synchronicities and paying attention to the signs. And this is what this person's learning, to pay attention, to become more aware. The King and Queen of Pentacles often don't pay attention to what's going on around them. So these are two people who kind of look at each other and look away. I do see people talking and gossiping too, and I do see privacy. So what's going to have to happen is these are two people who need to come together. They need time alone to talk. And there's the cup. See, this is like another opportunity, another chance. This is someone who's definitely open to giving someone another chance. There's kindness, compassion, there's forgiveness. There's a lot of inner strength. And I love the Magician because that is showing right there what's manifesting, the opportunity. So this is someone learning to pay attention to what's going on. I think both people, you have a lot, these are two people who have a lot more in common than they think they do. So take care and bye for now.